Mika, and the one is Eddie, and this is Curious Joe.
Last but not least,
Victoria!
Animal. Today's Bible story is about courage. What is courage?
Cookie? Like when you're brave.
You're brave,
You have
okay.
courage to do something.
Yeah.
Courage is when you really don't like something, then you try it.
But you try it anyway. What kind of job takes a lot of courage?
So like when you just join the military.
That's true.
You have courage.
That's
You
good.
don't lose your life.
Exactly, you could lose your life.
And like firefighters.
Yeah, firefighters.
Firefighters, because some of them have courage because they just do it to save people's lives, but some of them got very hurt from fire, but they just do it to protect people. They have courage.
Okay.
Like police officers.
Yes, like police officers. That takes courage. That they can lose their life. They're risking their life to help other people. And that's what today's Bible story is about. The story is about a woman. She became the queen of Persia. She had to do something really scary. She had to have courage to stand up for what's right.
Esther.
Good job. The story of Esther, guess what? You know where it is in the Bible?
Where?
In the book of Esther. Her story is so cool that she gets a whole book. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Once there was the king of Persia, King Xerxes. He decided that he needed a queen. So he had a beauty contest in all of the land to find his queen.
I'm gonna pick a queen.
An Israelite man named Mordecai heard about the king's contest. He thought about his cousin Esther, who was very beautiful.
Esther would be a good queen.
She went with the other women to the king's palace for the contest. Mordecai warned Esther not to tell anyone that she was a Jew, one of God's chosen people.
Don't tell her you a Jew. Okay, I will.
Esther won the contest, and King Xerxes chose Esther to be the new queen.
I'm queen.
As time passed, Mordecai overheard a plan to kill King Xerxes. He told Esther right away.
Someone's gonna kill the king.
And Esther approached the king to tell him as well.
King, I heard someone's gonna kill you.
They caught the bad guys and saved the king's life.
Thank you, you saved my life. My uncle Mordecai found out. Thank you for helping save my life. You're welcome.
Now, 5 years later, there was a man named Haman, but in this story, she'll be a girl. She was one of King Xerxes' trusted advisors, and she hated the Jews, Mordecai the most, because he refused to bow down to him.
I don't like the Jew. I don't like Mordecai. I don't like Haman.
Haman thought of a secret plan, a trick, so that the king passed a law that all the Jewish people would be killed, including Mordecai and Esther.
I have a plan. Why are you here? Can you sign this law? Okay.
Haman tricked the king. When Mordecai found out about the law, about the king's decree that the Jews would be killed, he tore his clothes in despair and cried out to God for help.
Oh my God.
Mordecai sent a message to Esther, asking her to plead before the king on behalf of her people.
Please save Esther.
Esther explained that she could be killed for approaching the king without being summoned.
How could we killed?
Mordecai encouraged her to trust God, and that perhaps she became queen at this time for the purpose of saving her people.
Trust in God to help you.
Esther instructed Mordecai to lead all the people to fast for 3 days. Esther prayed that God would give her courage to stand up for what is right. Esther promised to go to the king after 3 days of fasting, even if she might die doing so. Go. No, she doesn't die. See, back then, the queens couldn't go to the king. The king had to summon the queen to come to him.
So the king was the real king?
Yeah, he was like king. So if the queen goes to the king and the king didn't want to see her, he could kill her. So it was really scary for Esther to make this decision to go to the king.
Why?
Nobody was allowed to enter into the king's space unless the king called for you. Like, they really respected him.
What about the queen?
Yeah, back then the king was the ruler of all the land. At the same time, King Xerxes was reading old books, where he read the record of how Mordecai had saved his life by uncovering the plan to kill him.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Mordecai.
He forgot all about it. So he decided that he's going to honor and thank Mordecai.
I'm going to honor Mordecai.
How annoying for Haman. She wanted to have Mordecai killed, and now the king wanted to honor him. The king still did not know that the new law was going to kill Mordecai and his own queen. After 3 days of fasting, Esther risked her life and courageously approached the king. But the king was happy to see her, and he held out his golden scepter to her and welcomed her into the throne room. She touched the top of the scepter and requested that the king and Haman come to a special banquet that she wanted to prepare.
Can we have a banquet with Haman?
The king agreed.
Sure, let's have a feast.
Yeah! Esther invited Haman to the banquet.
Do you want to come to a banquet? Yeah.
And Haman was certain that she was going to be honored by the king in a special way.
Maybe the king is going to honor me.
But that's not what happened. God gave Esther the courage to stand up for what's right. At the banquet, she confessed that she was a Jew and begged the king's mercy on her people.
I have to tell you something. Yes? I am a Jew. And Haman's new law will have me and my uncle killed. You and that friend that saved me? Killed?
She revealed how Haman had deceived the king and how he had conspired to destroy all the Jews. The king was furious, and he ordered Haman to be executed.
You are executed. The king issued a new decree to counter the old one, that the Jews could defend themselves. Soon no one wanted to bother the Jews anyways, and they were finally safe again. We are free!
God gave Esther the courage and used her to save her people.
I did it!
Okay, now it's time for questions. Raise your hand, okay? Who was the young Jewish girl who was chosen to be queen? Come.
Esther.
Esther, good job. Who was Esther's cousin / uncle? Yes.
Mordecai, everybody.
Mordecai, everybody. What did Haman try to do to the Jews and Mordecai?
Murder them.
He tried to have them killed, yeah. When Esther approached the king, what did he point at her?
Oh, I thought it was Bob Master's mom. Yep.
What finally happened to Haman at the end?
Never mind.
Executed, that's right.
Oh, no.
Can we have courage with God's help?
Yeah!
This is the memory verse. I'm going to say it and then we'll act it out, okay? So listen very closely. It's Psalms 118, verse 14. The Lord is my strength
Is my strength
and my defense.
and my defense.
He has
become
my salvation.
my salvation.
Let's try again. Ready? The Lord
The Lord
is my strength
is my strength
and my defense.
and my defense.
He has become
He has become
my salvation.
my salvation.
Good job, guys. We're almost done. Now we're going to pray. Who wants to pray for us?
Me.
Family, please pray for us.
Okay, dear God, show us right thing to do and help us to do it even when it seems scary. Give us the courage to stand up for what is right. And thank you for protecting us. In this name we say, Amen.
Well, we'll see you next week. Bye.
And you're executed. See you later. Remember to always eat cookies no matter what. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you stay tuned for cookies. Everybody's executed. Like and subscribe and eat cookies. Hello, my name is Esther. I love friends, but like I was dying about food.
You're gonna say, oh, swallow your cookie first. You can let go. You can let go. And say, do you want to come to a... I know. Do you want to come to... At the banquet.
Like and subscribe,
Okay,
and
now
you're executed.